regards to Black Panther, it is still making records in the box office. It is now the third highest grossing film in the U.S. domestically of all time.
Woo!
And not only that, but it is the 9th highest grossing film worldwide of all time. However, overall, it is the highest growing superhero movie domestically in the U.S. of all time. And it is the 3rd highest grossing superhero movie worldwide of all time, but still the highest grossing solo superhero movie of all time. What do you think about these records that's breaking right now?
Much deserved.
Right?
Much deserved. And honestly, I think this is going to be a moment in history for pop culture and just entertainment that you give what the audience wants.
Yes.
And the audience will consume it.
Yes.
The audience will consume the crap out of it.
Yes.
They'll go watch it 5 times.
Absolutely.
They're going to buy the DVD.
Talk to
They're
them.
going to buy the soundtrack.
They will.
They're going to do everything.
Talk
They're going to
about
buy
it.
the merch.
Get them.
Because this is what the audience has been waiting for so long.
Right?
Why did it take us this long?
It should have taken us this long, but I'm glad that it came out like this after waiting for so long. Like, we got what we were looking for all these years. And the thing for me, and I'm sure not just Black people, but people of color can relate to this, they want to see a superhero, like, as far as this genre is concerned, they want to see a superhero that looks like them, has their mannerisms, and it upholds himself in a certain manner that make them proud to be of that culture, of that community. Because for the longest time, me growing up as a superhero fan, I never really had any superheroes that looked like me growing up. Of course, I still liked Batman and Spider-Man, but I always have to envision myself in an alternate reality where they looked like me, essentially. But now that I actually have this on screen, you know, not just for myself, but like for all the shorties growing up too, like they got a superhero that can be like, yo, I'm Black Panther, or no, I'm Shuri, I'm Okoye, yo, I'm Killmonger. Like they
Like
can
you have more than one option.
Exactly. And I feel like with this movie, it'll encourage studios going forward to look up other heroes or other characters and have their stories being told. Like, not just within the Black community, for example. Like, I want to see, like, in the next phase of Marvel movies, for example, I want to see a Miss Marvel movie with Kamala Khan, for example, who's of Middle Eastern descent. I want to see a movie with, let's say, what's another character? There's another character named Elijah Wood who's like the next Captain America in a sense, but like he was one of the ones that survived that super soldier serum. I want to see someone bring that character to life, for example. I want to see so many different stories. You know what I mean?
I'm still waiting for Idris Elba to become Bond.
That
That movie should still happen.
It should still happen. I think it should. I know the author of the 007 series said, he's too edgy or too street or whatever, but like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about.
Have you, like, no. I'm not going to even talk about him.
Yeah,
because I can talk about him for hours.
Right.
But, yeah, this is... Honestly, I have to say, I watched that film, and, I mean, I was so hyped about it. I like, bought the ticket in advance, I got the soundtrack, and I'm super excited, and I loved it, and I love the characters, I love the music, and I think, and it was a great superhero movie.
Absolutely.
You know, I didn't go into it with all these expectations, like,
Right.
It is what it is. It's a
Right.
great superhero movie.
Right.
But I think my favorite part was I saw this little family, and they were all dressed up, and, like,
Yeah.
taking photos outside, and
Yeah.
I almost cried.
Yeah.
Because that moment, this is what it's about. It's not about, you know, how great everyone looks in the story and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, great, sure, that's great.
That's
but,
cool, yeah.
But, like, the way that it hits people of color, it, like, you cannot replace that with anything.
You can't. Not at all. It's priceless. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, there's some white people who don't understand that concept, but they don't understand that concept because of the privilege that they've had over the years of seeing movies where 90% of the cast looks like them. So for them, it's just a Tuesday. But for us, it was more than a movie. It was an event. Like, it was an event where we could actually celebrate African culture and celebrate the fact that we're not being stereotyped. We're not depicted as slaves or as baby mamas or as crack dealers or anything like that. We can celebrate our pride, our proud African heritage, whether we're of that immediate descent or not. Like, this is where we came from. And we're talking about a nation that had never been colonized or had never been pillaged by European imperialism or anything of the sort. They had their own religion. You know what I mean? We weren't forced to learn Christianity or Islam not under our accord. We had our own principles, our own laws, our own morals and beliefs and what have you. And it was showing that we weren't all homogenous. We all had different ideologies and different perspectives. Some of us were staunch traditionalists, some of us were more free-spirited. But at the end of the day, we showed that people of color in general just aren't one thing because of their stereotype. We have different thought processes and belief systems, and that we got almost all of that in that movie. So imagine what can happen in another movie where it's actually centered around politics or religion. That was centered around a superhero. We just added that other stuff to bring more context and complexity to the superhero narrative to show that it doesn't have to go by the same script. So I thought that was amazing for the film, and I think that's the reason why so many people are still continuing to see it, whether it's for the first time or for the fifth time, because it's just one of those things that we don't know the next time when we're going to get something like that again.
Yeah, and they're taking their parents to see it,
Yeah.
they're taking their family members, and it's not just, and I think that's one of the topics that people love to say, especially on social media. Oh, it's just a movie.
I know.
It's not. It's not just a movie. Like what this does for people, especially the Black community.
Yeah.
You can't compare this to anything else. You can't. This is historic.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm glad I'm here for the ride. I'm glad we're in this era where we get to watch this film and watch a sequel.
Yeah.
And, I told you, buy the merch, it's a soundtrack to everything.
Trust me, talk about it. I mean, I've been waiting for this for years. Literally, yes, my whole life technically, but I've been waiting for this for years. Because I remember when they first announced Black Panther was going to be a movie, and they announced a whole bunch of other slated movies within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm just like, I'm excited, but let me reserve it. I need to see some more. And then they mentioned Chadwick Boseman was going to play the role. I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm excited, but let me just tone it down a little bit. Yeah. And then the trailer for Civil War came out, and I saw Black Panther looking all regal in that suit and kicking ass and all that. I'm like, okay, now I'm hyped. All right, all the cards are out. You guys got me. No more poker face. I'm good.
I think I'm more excited to see Avengers, the new one, just because the Black Panther cast is going
to
be in it again.
And you know what? I think that's another reason why the movie's doing so well, because they know that Infinity War is the next movie coming up, and they feel like they gotta watch this one in order to know what's happening.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I feel like Marvel is riding the wave of Black Panther right now, because they didn't expect it to do this well.
I don't think so.
I didn't expect it either. This is just a bonus for me at this point. It's a victory lap, and I'm loving every single minute of it. And it's funny because I remember earlier this week I read that it went to number 3 all time, passing Titanic. And I was just like, man, Titanic, you better let go of that record like Jack.
Honestly, I don't even know how Titanic has been on that list for that long.
Yeah.
Listen, great movie, but that was years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago plus.
20 years ago. I'm shocked that in this time period, nothing has been able to beat that yet. So, you know what? I'm here. I'm ready.
I'm ready too. My body is ready. But ladies and gentlemen watching at home or listening at home, what do you think about the records that Black Panther has broken? Do you think it can break more? Do you think it can be number 1? Do you think it can break a record that we're not even aware of yet? Hit us up on Twitter or on any social media platform that the show is on, @C.O.O.L Radio CC, and share your thoughts.